When you're 7'1" with $400 million in the bank, normal cars just don't cut it. Shaquille O'Neal stretched Lambos, slammed Escalades, and turned a Hellcat into a donut mobile. And trust me, you've never seen a car collection this extra. Let's start with one of the boldest showstoppers in Shaq's collection, the Ferrari F355 F1 Spider. Dubbed the Forever Convertible, this wasn't just a simple upgrade, it was a full-on transformation. The soft top? Scrapped. Replaced with a sleek custom tunnel cover. The fuel tank got moved to the front, and the seats were pushed back a whopping 9 inches to fit Shaq's massive frame. Step inside, and you'll see a sharp black and gray interior stitched with Superman logos on the seats. The Shaq F1 custom plate seals the deal like an artist signing their best work. And under the hood? The original 3.5-liter V8 engine still growls with 375 horsepower. This custom beast even made an appearance on MTV Cribs before being auctioned off. But that's just the warm-up. Now picture something louder, flashier, and dripping with personality. Shaq's 2002 custom Cadillac Escalade. We're talking deep burgundy paint, massive 26-inch chrome wheels, and scissor doors that lift like wings. Step inside and you'll find Superman logos stitched into plush, leather seats, 8 Audiobahn subwoofers ready to shake the pavement, and a roaring 6-liter V8 under the hood. This wasn't just a ride, it was a victory lap. Shaq bought it right after the Lakers clinched their 3rd straight championship. And because one Cadillac isn't enough, he also owns a classic 1963 Eldorado convertible. That's how Shaq rolls. Big, bold, and in pairs. And trust me, things are about to get even wilder. Next up, a Bentley shopping spree that started with doubt and ended in a $1 million mic drop. Shaq didn't just buy a car, he bought 3, the Bentley Azure, the Arnage, and the Continental GT. All in one go. Why? Because a salesman dared to question him. That one mistake triggered a legendary flex that defines Shaq's vibe. Unpredictable, larger than life, and unapologetically extra. Sure, he later admitted it was a bit over the top. But when you've got Shaq money, that's just what Wednesdays look like. Now let's shift gears to something sleek and seriously refined. The 2006 Mercedes S550 convertible. But don't be fooled, this isn't your standard luxury Benz. It's been completely overhauled by the elite German tuning house Lorenzer. The roof? Chopped clean off. The paint? A flawless pearl white. Add suicide rear doors and bold 22-inch rims to make sure it meets Shaq's supersized standards. He snagged this beauty during his Miami Heat championship run, and his philosophy stayed the same. If it doesn't fit me, it doesn't fit in my collection. Simple. Legendary. Now this is where things get downright wild. A Lamborghini Gallardo, stretched an extra 12 inches just to fit one man. Shaquille O'Neal. One of the most compact supercars on the planet was re-engineered by Gafoglio family metal crafters so Shaq could sit inside. And get this, it still rocks the original 5.0-liter V10 engine, pumps out 512 horsepower, and hits 195 miles per hour, even with that extra length. It's sleek, it's powerful, and it's absurd in the best way. As Shaq once put it, "I don't just drive cars, I live in them." And in this case, he meant it. Think you've seen the craziest car in Shaq's collection? Think again, because now we're talking about the legendary Shaq Cat. This isn't just any Dodge Challenger RT, it's a full-blown custom masterpiece. Under the hood is a monstrous 707 horsepower Hellcat engine, but Shaq didn't stop there. He turned it into a convertible, added glowing red LED lights, and slapped on classic Hemi decals for that vintage muscle vibe. But the real cherry on top? It's themed after his Krispy Kreme franchise. Yep, this car is a rolling tribute to donuts. Only Shaq could make a high-performance street machine feel like a bakery billboard and somehow make it look cool. So far, we've seen him stretch Lambos, flex with Bentleys, and cruise in Escalades built like nightclubs. But we're just getting started. Up next, a jaw-dropping Vador that looks like it came from a superhero movie, a Rolls-Royce Phantom so big it barely fits inside normal garages, and a Polaris slingshot that makes people stop and stare every time it turns a corner. At this point, you've got to wonder, is Shaq collecting cars to drive them, or is he quietly building one of the wildest private museums on wheels? Sliding into the number 4 spot is something offbeat, a wild machine that turns more heads than a Lambo on fire. Shaq's Polaris Slingshot, better known as the Sling Shack. This 3-wheeled open-air rocket looks like the Batmobile got cozy with a go-kart. And naturally, Shaq had to make it his own. He went all out with custom upgrades, full-body LED lighting, an insane 18-speaker sound system, because 17 wasn't enough, and interior mods tailored to fit his larger-than-life build, all while riding completely exposed to the elements. Now, it's not the most powerful in his fleet, but don't be fooled. Under the sleek shell is a 2.4-liter GM engine pushing 173 horsepower. That may sound modest, but when your ride weighs about as much as a heavy backpack, it's a rocket. The Sling Shack blasts from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, serving up pure, unfiltered adrenaline with every gust of wind. But for Shaq, it's never just about speed. It's about making a statement. And few things shout louder than a 7'1" legend tearing down the street in a neon-lit trike with music thumping in every direction. It's bold, ridiculous, and unforgettable, just like Shaq. But the 3-wheeled insanity doesn't end there. Coming in hot at number 3 is the Vanderhall Venice Roadster, another head-turning autocycle that looks like it was pulled straight from a concept sketch. This machine ditches convention entirely. No roof, no doors, and a windshield so small it's a suggestion. It's a sleek, low-slung motorized bathtub with a serious attitude. And the wildest part? Shaq fits into it without any major mods. That alone deserves applause. Under the hood, the Venice packs a 1.4-liter turbocharged engine. It's not a drag strip monster, but it's light, zippy, and built for sunny day joyrides. It's all about the vibe, style, breeze, and raw road feel. And Shaq's not the only celebrity who digs it. Jamie Foxx and other big names have been seen cruising around in these, giving Venice some serious Hollywood street cred. Still, no one rolls in one quite like Shaq. When does a 7 feet 1 inch NBA legend climb into something this low profile and make it look natural? That's pure car charisma. From 3-wheelers to exotic beasts, Shaq keeps proving that if it moves, glows, or growls, he'll find a way to make it fit his style. And now, it's time for the top 2. Buckle up, because Shaq saved the most jaw-dropping rides for last. Sliding into the number 2 spot is the jaw-dropping Vador Roadster. A car that looks like it escaped straight from a superhero movie. And in a way, it did. You might recognize this wild ride as the Joker's flashy set of wheels in Suicide Squad. Naturally, Shaq had to get one for himself. But here's the kicker. Underneath all that sharp, futuristic bodywork, it's built on the humble chassis of an Infiniti G35, powered by a 3.5-liter V6. Sure, it's not packing Lambo-level muscle, but the design? Total showstopper. The magic comes from a custom body kit made by a Carolina-based company that transforms the car into a supercar-looking beast. And when Shaq takes the wheel, heads don't just turn, they snap. It's sleek, edgy, and dripping with comic book energy. He didn't hang on to it forever, though. In 2021, Shaq's Vador hit eBay, setting the internet ablaze as fans and collectors raced to grab a slice of Shaq's larger-than-life garage. Among all the horsepower and high-end machines, the Vador shines purely for its theatrical flair and personality. It's not about speed, it's about presence. And that's Shaq's specialty. Now, let's talk about number 1, the crown jewel of his collection, the Rolls-Royce Fleet. Yes, Fleet, because one simply wouldn't do. And then there's the crown jewel of his modern rides, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. This 300,000-plus ultra-luxury SUV is so massive and refined, it makes Shaq look small. Believe it or not, It's one of the rare vehicles in his entire fleet that needed zero modifications. No stretched chassis, no removed roofs, just pure, unfiltered opulence. It fits him perfectly right off the lot, proving that sometimes luxury doesn't need an upgrade when it's already at the top. So there you have it. From wild vendors to majestic Rolls-Royces, Shaq's garage isn't just a collection. It's a statement. Think big, live large, and always go louder than life itself. For Shaq, there's no such thing as too extra. If you thought Shaq's cars were next level, just wait until you see what else he's hiding behind those garage doors. Smash that like button, hit subscribe for more insane celebrity rides, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite car from Shaq's fleet? We've got more crazy collections, wild customs, and legendary garages coming your way. Don't miss what's rolling out next.